Our guest for our Diaspora Check-In is a force to be reckoned with. She was first featured on our show 2 years ago when she was accepted into Harvard. Now in her senior year, pursuing a concentration in biomedical engineering. My head hurts just saying that. We are proud to welcome Zaria Ferguson back to the show. Hi, Zaria. Good morning.
Hi, how are you doing, Simone?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Senior year. When did that happen?
I know, time really flies.
It really does. How has your journey been, my love, since you left us and went? I know you're looking at last year. How you feel? How's it been?
It has been honestly one of the most amazing experiences. I've been able to explore so many different opportunities. I've been able to use a lot of the resources here at Harvard, and I've found that I've grown a lot, not only academically, but also like personally, spiritually, just in every aspect. So I'm really taking full advantage. So
yeah, has it been really challenging for you, Zaria? I know you say you've gained a lot, but what have some of the challenges been for you that you've had to overcome?
I think definitely, especially during my first year, one of the main challenges was first the weather.
Yes.
Here, it's always cold. I've even spoken to friends who grew up here and they said that you never get used to the winters here. So I've just kind of accepted that as my fate. But also just being away from home and being away from having a sense of familiarity and then having to navigate that with the rigor of college itself and the different courses that I have to ensure that I'm staying on top of. I think that was also a major challenge for me coming here. Mm-hmm. I think now that I've been here for around 3 years now, I've kind of gotten the groove and gotten into the rhythm of actually being able to make the most of being here and navigating these challenges.
Okay. So before I talk to you about your degree, how have the last couple of months been? Because we know a lot is happening, especially at your university. It's been very festive. festive.
A lot has been happening for sure. And it's also just a new experience, not only for the students, but also for the institution itself. Mm-hmm. But we're really just allowing them to see how everything plays out. And then as everything goes along, the institution communicates with us. And so we're just allowing all of that to happen. And I'm trusting God that I'll be able to finish my degrees.
As are we, my love, as are we. So Harvard is not an easy place to get into. The acceptance rate is like, is it 1%?
It's around 3%. Okay. I know the year I got accepted, it was our lowest acceptance rate, around 3.19%. So pretty low.
Yeah, understand that, folks. Of the 100% of the people that apply, Harvard will take in like 3%. And our girl was one of the 3%. What does a concentration in biomedical engineering mean? What does that mean?
Harvard does this weird thing where we have different terminologies for different things. So a concentration is essentially a major, and then a minor, we call it a secondary. I don't know why they did that, but they just did.
So you're doing biomedical imaging systems, electrical engineering, assistive robotics. Mm-hmm. Like, my mind is blown. Tell us a little bit about what you're studying and with a view to what?
Okay, so I am studying biomedical engineering. My personal interest in that field is with biomedical devices itself. So a lot of the coursework I have taken is geared to that. So I took a class in biomedical imaging systems. So we learned about like CT scanning, MRI, ultrasound, microscopy, all those things. I also took a class on introduction to electrical engineering. So I got to do a lot of more hands-on projects with actually building stuff. And then I also took a class this past semester actually on assistive robotics and wearable devices, just the different ways in which we can make assistive devices to help persons with physical disabilities.
Did you build a prototype, Zaria? Did you actually build something real?
This semester I did in a medical device design class that I took.
What did you build?
We built a device to help with pediatric heart surgery. And in this class, it was really cool. We got the chance to directly work with clinicians and surgeons at the Boston Children's Hospital. Wow. So throughout the entire semester, we were working on developing the idea for the device and then actually creating a working prototype at the end of the semester.
That's amazing. And then what is this therapeutics ocular?
So that was an internship that I did the summer after my second year at Harvard. It's a biopharmaceutical company. So they work with medical devices and drug delivery. I worked on their product development team, helping them with testing the device that they're currently working on now to put on the market.
Yeah, and you also did an Techch residency involving AI and immersive multimedia, and you focused on Black hair as a central theme.
Yeah. So the theme for that Techch residency when I took it was centered around identity. So in terms of coming up with a final project, I thought about things that are central to my core and my identity, and one of them being my hair itself. I mean,
yes,
I'm turning right now. So I figured I would center my main project around that theme and around growing appreciation surrounding Black hairstyles.
And you also, core to your being is dance. Also, core to your being is your faith. So how have you been maintaining and sustaining yourself in those areas?
Well, my faith is a really, really big driver for me to even be able to keep up with the rigor of just being here itself. So if that is falling apart, then everything else is falling apart. So I make sure to prioritize definitely just my spiritual journey and talking to God, of course, keeping up with my personal devotions, as well as finding faith communities on campus and also going to a home church that I found out here in Boston.
Fantastic, because you've even been a worship group leader. And the dance, you're still dancing?
Of course, of course.
Can't leave out that. So, Miss Lady, when you finish now, what is next?
What is next? The plan is to go to grad school.
Okay, how me know? I know you was going to go straight into grad school. And then after all of it, are you coming home, you think, or you don't reach there yet?
I would love to come home, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'd love to see you back home.
Of course.
Gaining invaluable skill sets that can clearly build Jamaica. And we hope that, you'll be able to do that when all is said and done. We are praying for you, lady. Hold tight.
Thank you.
We know your school is pushing back hard on a lot of things, and we just pray that all our people who are there are safe and can finish their degrees peacefully and continue to do and self-actualize and achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So we say good luck and we say see you soon. All the best to you. Harvard student and our very own Zaria Ferguson joining us this morning for our diaspora check-in from Harvard. Bye, Zaria. That's it for our diaspora check-in. Coming up next, everybody, how do we navigate trauma and regulate our emotions at work? We're discussing that after this break.